Evening, everyone. It's already more people than I thought there would be. We've also got the boss with us tonight, so if you can hear snoring, it's her, it's not me. Right. I don't know if anyone saw the post earlier, but there is a lot to get through, so we'll be quite quick so you don't have to deal with this for very long. So let's start. So we've got a couple of additions to our own brand stuff. The grain-free range of ours is super popular, so we've got some treats to go with it. So we've got the poultry range, which is chicken, turkey and duck, and we've got the fish range, which is salmon, whitefish and trout. So those are both grain-free. They are 80% meat or fish, and the rest is just a bit of chicken stock or a bit of salmon stock, and sweet potato and potato. Those are $2.49 and they're 100-gram bags each, so you get a nice lot in there. They're a good size for training. I don't know if you can see that very well. So those are the chicken ones, and then you've got the little fishy ones as well. So with those, and then a few bits from JR. So these aren't new, but loads of people have requested these on the website. So you got the beef tails, those are back in stock. They're really big sizes at the moment, but there are some that have got slightly smaller. So you do get a good mix, and those are $8.99 and they're a 250-gram bag. We've also got, this is a new one, lamb lung, dried out obviously, so you get a good few bits in there. Those ones are $2.99 and you get 65 grams. I think you could probably break these up into small bits as well, which would be quite good. And then we've got these. So these are buffalo skins, really nice and chunky. They're going to last for a long time. They are huge. I mean, that's my hand. Huge. We've got those at £4, I believe. I think they're on JR site for $4.99, but we've got them at £4. And then this, again, this isn't new, but we sell so much of the 200-gram tubes of pate, and I thought it was just silly not to get the 400-gram ones. And again, massive. So great for chopping up into training treats, spreading on licky mats. Yeah, she's a really loud snorer. I'm sorry. Like, she hasn't even got her eyes closed. Yeah, training treats, freeze it, just amazing stuff. You can use it as well as like emergency meals. So if you're on a long walk and you're not going to get back in dinner time, if you're like me and you've got a lab and she depends on her meals at very regular intervals, you know, pretend she's starving if she hasn't eaten in about 2 hours, great, because you can use a bit of that until you can get to a proper dinner. That also would work really well on something that is new to us, beef honeycomb. So this is from Jasper's Choice, so that's new to us from the end of last week. Nature's licky mat, so obviously you've got all these like little grooves that you can spread the pate into, and then it's edible afterwards, so it's even better. So those are great. So this is the extra large size, and that one is $6.99. I think they're going to go down so well. Crazy. Also from Jasper's Choice, we've got loads to get through. Buffalo hooves. So again, you can stuff them with the pate, you can use a bit of peanut butter. I sometimes stuff Lucy's raw food into it, freeze it, make it last longer. When we're allowed out and about again, giving you the fear. Why is it giving you the fear? Too much. Yeah, so when we're allowed out and about again, we can take it out to brunch, you can take it out for picnics, that sort of thing. They travel really well. Hayley, I don't have different sizes at the moment because they only had the extra large when I ordered, but I don't think it'll be too long before you have to place another order. So they do large or extra large. Holes, oh, the holes and stuff, yeah. Is that the same with cheese? Surely you can't be scared of cheese holes, really? Oh my god. Oh, but honeycomb's great. What about like crunchy? Can she deal with the crunchy because it's coated in chocolate? Yes, so Hayley, they do two sizes, large and extra large. So we've got also from Jasper's Choice, little mini quail bites. These are suitable for puppies. They are really little, so you don't have to use a lot of them. But obviously being pure, really high reward treats, so they'll go down really well. And obviously quail is a bit more of a unique protein, so good for dogs with allergies. I'm going to save that one because that's my favourite. We've got big bags of rabbit skin. You can deal with crunchy because it's coated in chocolate. I would. Is the honeycomb cuttable? I reckon if you've got a good sharp knife, you can probably crack into that. It's sort of, I don't know if you can see, but it is folded in half, so it's not that thick. So yeah, I reckon if you got a knife into it, you might be able to prise little bits off. Quail's a bit posh for a Mancunian. Fair enough. Okay, so rabbit skin. This is a bit more of a bulk buy, so it's a nice big bag. Good sizes. Sort of, I would say they're about original Pizzle size. So you get quite a lot in there. This big bag is, I think it's $12.99, but let me double check. Rabbit skin, yes, $12.99. So you get a lot in there. It's a really, really good buy. And then we've got the bumper mixes. So these ones are all the $14.99 ones. We've got Simply Goat, nice big bag, jam-packed. And that comes with trachea, head skin, ears and tripe. So really good if you've got a dog with allergies or intolerances and you know that they can only have certain proteins. You get a nice selection there. And then we've got Simply Buffalo. And in that one you get ear, lung, testicles, trachea, udder and tendon. And again, all single protein, so you can guarantee that you're getting stuff that is good for them. And then we've also got Simply Camel. So again, it's a 500 gram bag, nice selection, good mix of size of treats as well. Sometimes you just want to give them like a little something. And that one's got hide, not obviously like traditional raw hide, tripe and head skin. If you're a bit squeamish, I would point out that sometimes on head skin you get a dried nostril, just as a warning. A couple of lamb ones. So we've got lamb trachea, which is a 250 gram bag. So you get lots of tracheas in there. I mean, we simply Camel. It's not just you, Ryan, don't worry. It's Mr. Lupin. Yeah, so a lot of the treats here are really good at keeping toothpicks clean. So obviously if you want a long lasting one, something like the buffalo skin, and you could probably come back to that time and time again. Most of the stuff in like the Simply range, because you've got things like tendon and skin, they're nice long lasting, so that's going to help to sort of scrape at the teeth and get in between. The rabbit skins, they'd be good for teeth. Also the tracheas, they're more for joint aid, I would say, than teeth cleaning. They've still obviously got some crunch to them, but not as long lasting as things like skin. So the Trichias are $7.49, and that's a 250 gram, 250 gram bag. So quite a lot in there. And then we've also got lamb tendons. So we have the Anko beef tendons in store, and they fly off the shelf. Like, we can't keep up with them. But obviously there's a lot of dogs out there that can't have beef, or it just doesn't work very well for them. So having the lamb option is really great. You get quite a few bits in there, quite a few treats. They are 250 gram bags, and they're $7.99. So pretty good value, to be honest, because you've got, I'd say, at least 8 chews in there. And they're a long lasting one as well, so they're going to be good for teeth, and just for generally keeping them occupied as well. Those are the ones. And then we've got some more tendons, but these ones are buffalo this time. So these ones are a bit thicker. Obviously buffalo being a bigger animal. They are 200 gram bags. And the buffalo tendons are $6.49. It's a little bit cheaper than the lamb tendons. Again, oh, Errol, we love Errol. Yeah, tendons are just great. Really, really great. Really long lasting, great for teeth. Low fat as well, really low fat. The buffalo tendons are 2.1% fat. And the lamb ones are 3.9%. So if you've got a dog on a diet, or even things like pancreatitis or something like that, and you want to give them a treat, something like a tendon are going to be good. And then we've got tripe, because as disgusting as it is, the dogs do love it. This one is buffalo tripe, so we have beef tripe in store, but again we wanted to have a different option for other dogs. 200 gram bag, and the buffalo tripe is $4.49, so really good value, really good value. I can smell it through the bag, it's disgusting. It's one thing I just cannot handle when it is tripe. I don't know if any of you saw that we had a freezer issue at the beginning of the year where one of them decided to turn into a cooker, and it contained a lot of tripe. It was disgusting. The smell will live with me for the rest of my life. Worst thing in the world. Next one, another buffalo one. Yeah, it's a really good price. Really good price. I think it actually works out a bit cheaper than the beef tripe, to be honest. Buffalo udder. So we've never had an udder treat before. They're quite hard. I think if you put a lot of effort into it, you could probably snap them. But they are really hard, so I think they'd again be a good dental one. Low fat again, so these are 4.6% fat, so that's pretty good. Yeah, just something a bit different. You don't get udder chews very often, do you? And last one by Jasper's Choice, which I've been saving. Just for you, Ryan. Bag of balls. Makes me laugh every time I see it on the shelf. So, obviously, testicles. It's beef testicles, so if you've got a dog, obviously, that can't have beef, then not ideal. These are going to be, I'd say they're chewy, but they're not. I think Rosie would love udders. I think they'd be soft enough for her. Yeah, I think she'd like udders. I'll bring a bag round. Try it out. Rosie is the family dog. She is 16 in a couple of weeks, which is amazing. And when she's groomed, she looks like a little puppy still. But baby girl, which Lucy doesn't quite understand. She doesn't realise that Rosie was around first. Yes, so as Rocket Dog said, chewy balls. What more could you want? I mean, we really do use the whole animal up, don't we? Nothing goes to waste. But yeah, bag of balls. They are quite big. Thank you, lovely. Thank you, Hayley. I have not given the balls a smell yet, but I can't really smell them through the packet, so I'm going to go with they're not that stinky. Again, low fat, so 2.4% fat. Amazing. They're quite chunky, so you might want to reduce a dinner if you're going to give a ball for a chew. And these are a really good price. These are only $4.99, which is amazing. It's 250 gram bag. Like, look at how much you get. You get a lot of ball for your money. So that's all of the Jasper's Choice. So now it's just some Finer by Nature stuff. So we've got a couple of products that aren't new, but they are back in stock. So we've got Buffalo Chews. These are super, super popular. Chunky bag of balls. That's what my first live is going to be renowned for. They're not sold in pairs. There's a lot of balls in there. Yes, Buffalo Chews, so really long lasting. 7% fat, so still classed as low fat. Balls. 250 gram bags, and they are $6.99, so they're really great. And then also the Buffalo Sticks are back. We haven't had these for a long time. So these are chewy ones. These are actually banned at my parents' house because they are so stinky. There's something about the Buffalo ones, and I don't know. I think they are just skin, but not dried out as much, but they are really, really stinky. So those are not new, but are back in stock finally. And then we've got beef liver in all nice chunky sizes. These, I mean, liver is always a popular choice, but you could also use these as every wax smell is lit. Yeah. They are, I don't know what it is about them, so stinky. Yeah, so liver, obviously really great, high value, high reward training treat. Some people, if they're doing sort of DIY raw with their dogs, struggle to begin with to get them to eat liver raw. So obviously you can cook it, but you could also use this as a temporary substitute because it is just dried beef liver. But you want to make sure that you don't use as much of this. So don't use your full quantity in weight because that will just come out the other end like hellfire. So you got the, I think that's 200, yes, that's the 250 gram bags, which is $3.85. So that's good. And then you've also got, let's find that one, massive kilo bags. So if you've just maybe broken, yeah, they can be broken up fairly easily. They can. Or whack them with a rolling pin. Yeah, lung is a stinky one, to be fair. So kilo bags, if you've got a dog that just adores liver, or if you've got a multi-dog household, this would be really great. The kilo bags are $12.95. It's a better value, obviously, than the small ones. So if you're buying a lot of it, it's probably better to buy it in bulk. And then we've got, sorry, I haven't talked this long in so long. We've got chicken feet, but in humongous bags. So this was actually when I first took over the shop, and I knew that obviously I wanted to change it into much more natural and healthy. The chicken feet was the first sort of unusual treat that I added to the range, and people were horrified. They were like, is that an actual foot on your shelf? And I was like, yeah, you know, it's much better for them. You know, it doesn't have all the cereals and the sugars and stuff like that every other treat does. Now they buy them by the handful. Now we have way worse stuff on the shelves. Like, you would think that chicken feet is a normal thing to see. Although, to be honest, if somebody had told me 8 years ago that one day I'd be selling dried penis by the handful, I would have laughed in their face. Yeah, so 1.5 kilos of chicken feet. There's loads in there, it's crazy. And they are $19.99. So way better value than obviously the small bags. So again, still am. I mean, it's the claws for me when they stab you. That's a bit freaky. You have to give them a little manicure. Yeah, so if you're buying a lot of chicken feet, buy small bags. This is obviously better value. And then we've got some big bags of bully beef. So this is your beef head skin. Again, if you're buying smaller quantities regularly, then it's much better value than the big bag. These are, so that's a kilo bag, and it is $14.95, so that's really good. Yes, Rocket Dog, you do need a larder just for all of his treats. So we've got spaghetti. So this is pork spaghetti. We have the lamb spaghetti as well from JR, but that's in the bigger pieces. So this is slightly shorter pieces, but a weightier bag. So this is 500 grams, and it's $11.95. So way better value than the 50 gram bags. Way better value. So again, if you're going through a lot, and for anyone who hasn't seen spaghetti before, it's intestine, and they snap quite easily as well. So you can break them up into training treats. This also, spaghetti works really well for cats. So Jess, who works at the shop with me, her cat, he loves the lamb spaghetti chopped up. They might like the pork spaghetti then, Jane. Yeah, so just way better value basically when you buy it by a bigger pack. Last couple of bits, guys. So we've got some pure pheasant jerky, sort of like meaty sticks. I would describe these as the healthy schmacko. We all know the schmackos, we all know that they're not that good. Obviously you pay more when it's pure meat, but for that texture, that sort of soft where you can break it up easily, that's your alternative. So that's pheasant jerky. I did want some of the other flavours, but they didn't have them in stock, so we'll have to get them on the next order. And then last two. So we've got beef tripe nuggets, which obviously beef tripe is super popular. We've covered that. But this is all little pieces, which is really good. Oh, the venison version of these. Yeah, I think I did order the venison, but they just didn't have it yet. But hopefully they'll have it soon. Yes, so beef tripe is all broken up into little chunks. Don't know if you can see that. So better for when you're out and about. You can give them just a little bit of tripe rather than obviously having to give them a big old chew, or rather than you having to break a chew up into smaller pieces, because nobody wants to be dealing with tripe for that long. So Finer by Nature do actually say that these are smell free. So whoever buys these, can you please let me know if that's true? I'd be really intrigued to know. And then the last one, which I've been saving for you guys because you clearly love something rude, bully stick offcuts. So all of your pizzle bits that don't quite make the grade, so like obviously that bit, that's one whole bit there. That's, I don't know whether that's, I presume it's an end, I don't know. But yeah, basically all the bits that don't get put into premium grade pizzle bags, you can buy them by the bag now. So these guys are, oh, the beef tripe nuggets, I forgot to tell you the price, didn't I? They are $9.95, so that's quite a good price for that big bag because they're 500 gram bags. And then, yes, the bully stick offcuts are $8.95. So again, that's really good value considering, I mean, that would be sort of roughly the same as a pizzle that we would sell in store. And the pizzles at the moment, well, I think they're meant to be $2.50, but we sell them at $2. And you're getting a whole bag full. Like, it is a bargain, isn't it? Way better value. And I think, to be honest, like, there's none that I would say aren't that great. Or just trying to make an escape. Which means I can show you one actually. So you might find that some of them are like hollow, where they obviously haven't got the inside. I mean, I've never really closely looked at the anatomy of a bull's penis, but I presume there's normally something in there. Although there's something right at the end, so maybe that's, I don't know. I'm not going to go into that. Yeah, so, I mean, that. Look at it. You could stuff it. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Stuff it with the pate. That'd be a good one. Or stuff it with some dinner. I'm a fan of using the dinner to stuff things because then you know that they're not really getting anything extra. It's and it makes it a bit more interesting for them as well. We love a bit of enrichment. So yeah, make dinner interesting. It doesn't have to be in a bowl. Lucy will quite often have hers in her soda pop lifesaver ring. Which bit, Rafi? This is the pizzle. Yeah, so she will have her dinner in her soda pop toy. She loves her toy. Like, she gets bored of toys after about 2 minutes. You give her something. She's given me the death stare currently. Yeah, so you give her a new toy. You know, we'll get new toys in at the shop and we'll open the box and she'll have something new almost every time. 2 minutes later, she's like, don't want this anymore. The soda pup toy, she will get it every day and she'll be like, come on then, what's going on here? So I just put a little something in, like a little bit of pate, mixed treat bags. So we do have obviously our deli boxes, which Hayley, if you did like a weekend box, I could do a few of like these different chews. If you've seen any that you think you might want to try, then obviously I can definitely include those. And the weekend treat box is only £10 and you get a good selection in there. I think a lot of this, like all of the bulk stuff, and even, to be honest, even ones like the udder, I think we'll use these in the treat boxes as well, because I think that will go down well. Yeah, and the weekend boxes are all loose chews, so yeah, you can hear Lucy breathing, well, snoring, breathing, bit of both. Yeah, the weekend treat box is, you alright, baby girl? You coming down? Want to come say hi? Come on then. No, okay. Come on then, you can do it. I know, there's treats everywhere, it's very scary. Come here then. Oh, it's your little girl. She's come to see her audience. No, you can't have one of those now. Hold on. Do you want a pizzle? Want one of those? Go on then. She's gonna snort now. Yeah, the weekend boxes are all loose treats. Honestly, she's mental case. Whereas like the mystery boxes are a mix of loose and packet treats. So they're a really good one to try if you want a mixture of stuff. I'm going to put all the rest of the fizzles away before she decides she wants one. I have also, so I've set up a code which is valid until tomorrow at 2 PM. So for anyone watching now, she is cute, she's a very happy dog. If you use the code LIVE, so LIVE, that will get you 10% off of all of the stuff that I've shown you tonight. Yeah, and valid till 2 PM tomorrow. Sorry, I'm getting a dead foot. Sat on the floor because she was fast asleep on the sofa, so God forbid I move her. Yes, we do all do that happy dance when we have food. I think that's mainly a girl thing. I don't see many guys doing a happy dance. Just instantly improves our mood, doesn't it? So otherwise we're just miserable until somebody puts a plate in front of us or gives us a snack. We all love a snack. Yeah, so if there's any questions, then obviously type them in quickly. If not, then I am off to not look at my face for any longer because this is too long. Oh God, can you hear her crunching? She loves it. It's the attitude. You're welcome, Refurb. Thanks for being so excited. I think you were the only one that was excited. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks for, you know, being interactive and staying around. Really appreciate it. I'll try and think of a new one to do for you. We're always getting new stock in, so we'll have more soon, I'm sure. No, I love the sound of them crunching as well. It's my favourite thing in the world. It's ridiculous. It's kind of disgusting. Like, obviously she's raw fed, and if I give her some lamb ribs or something, I love the sound of her crunching through them. It's mental. Mental. But yeah, have a good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Lucy's very happy as well. She says thank you for making me do this because she got a treat out of it. And I will speak to you all soon. Yeah, have a good evening. Go watch a good film or a TV. If you've got any suggestions, send them over. Because, I mean, I've got loads on my list to watch, but I never really fancy it. So, yeah. See you guys soon. Bye.